Good job. Thanks, great. Thank you.
Please welcome to the stage Michael R. Bloomberg and Dr. Sidi Ulta.
Well, thank you, and let me thank Francine and Masi and Bill for that. It was fascinating, and I learned a lot. Hopefully you did as well, listening to them. Today we are here to announce a new partnership that will help Mission 300 achieve its goals and attract more investments to countries around Africa. And the partnership brings together the Glasgow Financial Alliance for Net Zero, which I chair, and the African Development Bank. And we will join forces to help mobilize more capital to countries in Africa and reduce barriers to investment. And the African Development Bank has done a lot of great work already in this area, and we're glad to have them join us today. You should know this. We have one more panel after this, but Dr. Attar, thanks for your partnership. Will you say a few words?
Thank you very much. We are really glad to have this partnership, which will really contribute to the implementation of Mission 300, which is critical for Africa, because as you know, Mission 300 will enable 300 million Africans to have access to electricity, not only for households and offices, but also for income-generating activities and for industrial activities. So we are really grateful for your support and your partnership, and we look forward to work together to deliver on our common mandate, but also to transform life and livelihood of Africans. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please welcome founder and CEO of Ebony Life Group, Mo Abudu, actor and founder of the Jaimon Hunsu Foundation, Jaimon Hunsu, for a conversation with two-time WNBA All-Star and multi-platform host and analyst, Shanae Ogumake.
Good morning. How are we doing? Yeah. I know it's been a long morning, so thanks for hanging with us, and leave it to the creatives, the athletes, the entertainers, the musicians to close it with a bang. I know that we may be in New York City, but we have Hollywood and not yourselves. What we were doing, I think our parents would be shook.
Absolutely.
Totally. You're like yourselves. What we were doing, I think our parents would be shook.
Absolutely.
Totally. You're like, what? No, doctor, lawyer, engineer, but it really shows you the potential of creative economies. And we start our conversation today, and I want to start with you, Jaimon, because your accolades are just through the roof. Oh. I know most of you have seen him in Gladiator, Guardians of the Galaxy. I personally could not watch A Quiet Place. I can't do horror. But you always come back home. Why are you so passionate about African storytelling?
Oh, wow. Africa's storytelling is everything. I mean, history is through the lens that we see into the future. And in order for Africa to have a voice, we necessarily need to be able to drive that content, right? And so my goal is to be able to tell my story in a way that I could also, where my neighborhood could be, is relevant in the storytelling. And that's imperative. This universal instrument, which is distributing your content. And so that is where I'm championing the idea that we need to have a platform that can talk about us, show us, and in ways that would uplift the youth of tomorrow.
And the good news is that the solution is on stage with us today. Mo, not just an extraordinary producer, a visionary, an entrepreneur, a mentor, she's also my big auntie back home in Nigeria. And she identified a problem in entertainment and has provided solutions. Can you describe what those are?
Chini, good afternoon, Jill. To our audiences, good afternoon. It's wonderful to be here with you all. Any chance I get to talk about our creative economy, I always accept. And I said I had to be at the Global Forum 2025, and Masai said, no, you got to be here, and here I am. And you know, for me, when I look at our creative economy on the continent, now every society has its problems, right? Africa obviously has its own. But I think within those problems and those challenges lie also the opportunities. And it's for us to say, how do we take those challenges and how do we turn them into opportunities? So what are the key challenges in the creative economy? There's capacity building, right? There's funding, right? There's distribution, right? So those are some of the main challenges that we face. So rather than be a part of the problem, and rather than come to another event where all you do is talk about the problem, let's actually start to find practical ways through which we can address those challenges. So I got into this industry, I don't know, 20 years ago when I was turning 40. Everybody thought I was having a midlife crisis. But I realized that there was a gap in our storytelling. I realized that we weren't taking control of the narrative of telling our own stories. We have a responsibility to do so, because if not, whatever stories are being told, we need to stop complaining and take more active steps. So what we have done over the years is we've set up Ebony Life Media. We've made some of the largest films that have gone to the Nigerian box office. We have been Netflix's largest partner on the continent. Although now we are launching our own streaming platform, by the way, because I think it's important that we not only just own the storytelling, but also the channels through which we tell the stories are also equally important, right? We are also working with the IFC and the AFDB on a film fund, because again, one of the largest challenges we have faced is funding of African film, right? So the only way to resolve that issue is to go to those that can fund and say, how do we fund? Yes, it's been a couple of years of working with them, but you know, DFIs take their time because they've got to dot all the I's and cross the T's. So with IFC and AFDB, we're looking at a film fund that can help African films to scale. Now, the other major challenge we also have is distribution. If you have all the money in the world and you can't distribute those films globally, you might as well never have made the film. Yes. So for the last few months, we've been working with Sony Pictures Releasing International. It's actually historic. We've just signed an agreement whereby they would distribute the films from the film fund, African films, to a global market.
Wait, that's huge. Please repeat. Please repeat.
We've just signed a historic agreement with Sony Pictures International. Sony Pictures related films will have global distribution. Now, our producers deserve the right to be celebrated, to be showcased, but also to monetize, right? Now, show business is a business, right? It is a $1 trillion industry in the United States. We have to say, how do we as Africans